Stream on YouTube. I'm so nervous. I've been preparing all of this for such a long time. Welcome to Mangoranges. Welcome YouTube family. In today's live stream, let me just figure out the light. In today's live stream, we're gonna be talking about the topic of, this is gonna be funny having a live stream with someone with ADHD who's also nervous and has never spoken about this topic on the YouTube channel. So basically, today's topic is, what did I write in the description? Like, it's about autism and ADHD. And basically this space should be like a little support group. I'm sitting in the bathtub right now, and this space serves as a little support group for anyone, but also especially people with who are neurodivergent, to help with kind of things like executive functioning and all kinds of things. So basically what I'm gonna do today is wash my hair, because that's one of the things that I've really been struggling with, as in even getting started with the task and not pushing it back for ages. And oops. And guys, let me know if the sound of the music in the background. Yeah, basically, I'm very excited to be here. Let's get going with washing my hair. It was in braids recently, but kind of turned out to be a bit different now. Like, used to be in braids, but then I opened them, right? And my hair was so dry. And I could really, I don't know how to say, but I could really not, fuck guys, sorry, no sorry, I'm so nervous. But basically, it's good to be here. Oh, it actually looks really nice. I didn't know my hair is so nice and moisturized underneath this ugly hairstyle. It's cute actually. Well, today is going to be washed either way, because I don't know, my hair on the one side really loves grease, but on the other side it's also like hard to wash out. At least with sulfate-free shampoos is almost impossible for me. But yeah, back to the topic. I'm here because I've been procrastinating washing my hair and just taking care of my body. By that I mean showering. Today is Sunday. The song that's playing right now is called Monday's Routine. And it's kind of fitting, kind of a coincidence, because it is Sunday evening where I am streaming this. And I am scared, guys, don't think I'm not scared. I am scared about the candle being there and just like my having there. But should all be fine. There's water right here. And here we come to the first tip that I have for when, like one of the tricks that I do when I struggle with executive functioning, aka getting started with tasks, aka finishing tasks, aka working memory. So like staying at the thing, like staying focused on the thing that I'm working on, and then also like prioritizing is really hard for me. You know, all those like organizational things can be very hard for ADHD brains and also brains for people on the spectrum. Exciting news, I recently, never thought I'd say this, but I recently finally debunked the myths of what my real diagnoses are, like my mental health diagnosis. And turns out, sorry guys, I'm so nervous. And turns out, it's not all those. I think I had 5 diagnoses, like doctors just kept adding some and taking some away and adding and coming up with new ones. But basically why I went to a psychologist who also specializes in autism assessment was because I felt like this does not make any sense anymore. People are giving me diagnoses, taking them away. Yes, one psychologist once told me that diagnoses are kind of like also capturing something in the moment, but I was like, it's not making sense. Like, my list of diagnoses just felt like a list of symptoms, like of pictures that all have different symptoms attached to them. And I was like, but what is the underlying thing? What is the actual thing? What is the base of it? What is the fundament? Because if I have a fundamentally neurodivergent brain, in terms of also an autistic brain, then and ADHD, they overlap quite a bit, but there are still key differences. That would make sense, I thought, but sadly had a long road to get actually someone that has time for an assessment, to save up the money for an assessment, because I didn't want to wait a year on a waiting list, because that's how overwhelmed services are. And so I did it, and not long ago, maybe was it like last week or something, I got the final answer and my many pages long report, and it is true, I am autistic. And also the psychologist I spoke to said that ADHD and autism are the only diagnoses that sit, and in her opinion all the other ones that were listed fall into those, like they're not wrong, she said, but I don't know, it's a complicated topic, I can't explain this now. The water is kind of cold already, I don't know how. I think I was just hot because I was so nervous and running around getting everything prepped. Let me just let in some warm/hot water. Ow, yeah, hot. And I'm having this really cute bath. It's like, I love children's baths. This is one, is like from an organic brand, and it's like a calendula bath. And it's very nice for the skin. It's very like oily, not sure you can see, but the water is kind of not really staying on my skin so much. Anyways, this is the bath I'm in, and the diagnosis journey has been such a pain. Like, don't get me wrong, like I've been seeing mental health professionals for like what, 7 years plus, 9 years, something like that. I think I've been taking medication for 7 years. But seeing actual different kinds of mental health professionals, doctors, psychologists, therapists, psychiatrists, doctors, and no one really managed to figure me out in a way that, like, they always figured out what was happening to me at the time and named it after what they thought would closest resemble it. But no one had the idea to be like, should we maybe assess this person who has ADHD, and often it's very common that both people have both. Should we also assess this person for, the water's too hot, guys, for autism? And but fine, like, luckily my special interest topic is basically mental health and mental illness and different mental health conditions. That favorite topic of mine started a long time ago. Like, I was like 11, and I always wondered why I was obsessed about these topics so much. Like, at first it was like eating disorders that I looked into, and was like reading, like, oh my god, sorry, this is so annoying. And was like reading books about like different people telling their experience, but also many fictional stories which were quite triggering. Not gonna mention any names of the books here right now, but it started out with that topic. Then it evolved into me being curious about, not curious, that's the wrong word, sorry. Then my interest evolved into kind of learning about friends and their mental health issues and their mental illness, because at the time I had a friend who struggled with depression at school, back then when I was in school, many years ago, who struggled with depression and OCD, and I basically was really scared, and like, it was the first time I was close to someone who was a good friend of mine, and who, like, a close friend of mine, and who also struggled with like sorry, I don't want to get like trouble here on YouTube, that's why I'm saying that like this, thoughts or ideation. And basically I looked a lot into how can I be there for her, how can I support her, what is it that I can do, because I did not want to lose a friend to depression. And it is, to be honest, like I was in a Montessori school, it was cool then and everything, but the last 3 years there I had to like finish with the IB, the International Baccalaureate, and because my school was new to it, and also the teachers, it was such a mess. Like it was so much pressure and stress for me anyways that it sent me into crisis mode like big time anyways in my last 2 years of school. But we survived. We live and we learn and we survive sometimes. Like, I'm sorry guys, I'm so nervous, that's why I'm laughing like this. Also, I have not bad, but I have a thing that people often don't understand, like weird coping mechanism of smiling and laughing when I talk about really uncomfortable things or about things that are actually not, are not funny. Like recently, for example, I lost my grandma, and see, right now, it's so embarrassing. Right now, I'm really struggling to keep a straight face, because I loved my grandma, I loved her, but because I'm nervous, and I know you guys are watching, I'm just like once when my other grandma died, my father's grandma, and I told a friend that I met at the time, he asked me, did you not like your grandma, or why are you smiling when you're saying that she died? And I said, no, I was smiling, no, I like you for the corn. It's just often a thing of like, should I laugh or should I cry? And my mind automatically always goes to smile. Because crying is a lot of emotional work, like it's so heavy and it can be so tiring. And because I, with my ADHD and autistic brain, and me in general, because I have such strong, intense emotions that are like tsunamis, I always like to say. Because like sometimes I feel like my emotions are not just like emotions, like waves, where they say they come and go. No, my emotions can literally be like tsunamis. Like they can come, they all go away, but they come, they wreck entire villages and whatnot, and then I am the only person living there, and I have to rebuild everything that this tsunami destroyed, and it's not fun. And basically, I have very intense emotions in general, but those moments specifically I call, like I recently found out, there's a name for it, because I used to call them crying fits. Because sometimes when something really upsets me emotionally, I start crying and weeping and like really loud and like really uncontrollably, and I struggle to stop. And I always wondered, what is that? Why do I have those crying fits? And I always told my therapist about the crying fits I have. And the interesting thing is, the crying fits went away when I was on this one medication. It was an neuroleptic, antipsychotic, Abilify. Maybe some of you guys know it. When I took that, I did not have those intense crying fits, because what the medication did in general is it was like a dopamine, like it's an antipsychotic that basically heightens your dopamine when it's too low and lowers your dopamine when it's too high. But if it always works in that perfect frame, I don't know. It's different for different people, like with all psychotropic medication. And so basically, oh, my back hurts, guys. I think I need to lean back. My back really hurts. Okay. I'm trying to relax. But basically, that medication worked a lot and really helped me with like irritation and any kind of like, when I did not get irritated by so many things. But it's so weird, so many things irritate me every day. Like it gets, like it has a lot to do with like sounds, but also with social interactions and with going outside. Like the second I go outside, or know that I'm speaking to someone who perceives me, I automatically mask. It's not even a conscious thing that I'm doing, but I try to act like an holistic person, like a non-autistic person, and try to seem as normal as I can and just blend in so I can go through my day with as little damage as possible. And you might think, what is so bad about going outside? Like, are you scared? No, I'm not scared of outside. It's more like that so many things irritate me, and I need to be aware of so many different things, and like need to make sure that I like check that I have all my things with me. Then I need to check where I'm going. Then I need to text a friend who's texting me. then the car is really loud, and then or the worst is when I'm talking to friends and loud noises happen around me, because my ears have a hard time of telling which direction sound is coming from. Oops, I scratched myself. Which direction sound is coming from. That's why it's like when a friend is talking to me, but then a car drives by that is quite loud, I cannot, like, it's the same, almost the same dB, the same volumes, and I cannot hear what the friend says. And then sometimes, like, also some of it I think is auditory processing, like when which is interesting, is like when I'm sure many of you know that as well, that when you listen to someone and they're saying something and you don't understand it, but then you replay it in your head and then you understand what they said, but you already said what to the person, and then they start talking, but you already replayed it so quickly in your head that you don't need them to answer anymore, and then you say, oh stop, I got it, and just cut them off basically, and say, ah yeah, I heard what you said, and blah, blah, blah. But it's like just also a common thing I learned, that in neurodivergent brains, that people with neurodivergent brains, that we often have a thing about, like, that the auditory processing can just work slower or also in different ways. Like, there's many aspects to neurodivergent brains, so many could never cover it in one video, probably not even in a lifetime, because new research always comes out, and yeah, never gets boring, like with my special interest, because there's always new things coming out that I can learn about psychology, that I can learn about psychiatry, that I can learn about all kinds of things. But for now, I actually do want to wash my hair, so I'm gonna wet my hair now. I'm gonna put this candle a bit, no, it's I'm gonna put it over there because it's just scaring me right now. Yeah, submerging in the water. And guys, I just realized it's so weird to be in my bathtub with a bikini on. Like, it just feels wrong. It just feels wrong on all levels, and it's like really weird. But yeah, guys, as we are here together today to eat a body double and get something done that you have been putting off for a while, or that seemed too overwhelming, that's why, I hope you heard me, I didn't hear myself properly, but because that is like what we're here to do today, talk about neurodiversity, but also especially to body double, as in do something that has been hard for you, to start, to finish, to do it all, or you can just be here and watch, and basically, yeah, because for me, I realize it always helps me to have someone there to do something with me when I have to do something that I struggle with. For example, with my executive functioning, it already starts with things like things that might to the ordinary person probably seem like, what? Like, that's so normal, what do you mean? But I'm really talking about like things like getting up, having breakfast, cleaning the kitchen in the morning, brushing teeth, showering, walking my dog, that I can do, but and I can do the other things, but my issue is just like with this starting, and also sometimes it's hard for me to shift from one task to the other when I'm really focused. But in general, the ADHD brain has no problem with that, because we shift all the time, and like it's like for me, it's like I feel like I constantly get new inputs from the world around me, and there's always something new that catches my sight. And while I'm on the way to, for example, emptying the dishwasher, I see that there's a sock laying on the floor. Then I take the sock and put it in the washing basket. But then I notice, there's still an old washing, like fresh washing in the washing machine. Let me take that out and hang that up. And now I almost forgot what I was saying, but I said that the dishes was the thing that that was actually the only plan of what I wanted to do initially. But yeah, things like I don't know how to say, besides that I have an eclectic mind and I'm not ashamed of it and I'm not sad about it. Like yes, it has caused me, being disabled has caused me a lot of trouble and pain and suffering in my life, but that looks so weird. Guys, look. Okay. But basically, ow, I swear a bit of soap just went into my eye. Maybe not, I don't know. But basically, this is hard work. Sorry, I'm bad at multitasking. That's why you either see me when you go out, like, and let's say you go for a snack with me or eating or something as a friend. You either see me talking to you or eating, but you never catch me doing the same, like both of them at the same time. Because either I speak and tell you a story and my meal gets cold, and then I let you answer after holding my monologue of trying to explain the story. Or I just eat in silence and listen to you, but I eat and don't say anything. Like that's usually the extremes. I am not extremes, but for me it's like normal. Like that's just how it works for me. Like if I wouldn't be doing it like that, I could not pay attention to anything, not to what I'm eating and how I'm eating, and not to what I want to say or who I'm listening to. So basically, I also recently am reading this really interesting book. It's called Unmasking Autism by Dr. Devon. Now I can't remember the surname. But if you enter Unmasking Autism, really good book, I recommend it. It's specifically, yes, for people on the spectrum, but Dr. Devon, how can I not remember his name right now? Basically also says it's for anyone with neurodivergency. So, and I'm still so confused about the topic of neurodiversity and who counts into it. Like yes, then your typicals and Ts, we all know that. But then in my head it's like, yeah, dyslexia, dyspraxia, ADHD, autism, those are like neurodiversities. But then also things like OCD, depression, schizophrenia also got included into that label. But for me, and I also think in general, or at least the people I watch on social media still, when talking about neurodiversity, refer to often autism or ADHD, and not so much to like depression or OCD or eating disorders, because I don't know why actually, but because it's just a very common term in the ADHD and autism community, I guess. And also the inventor, that's what I was talking about, the inventor of the word neurodiversity, of that label, of that concept, was a woman who, that's what I read in the Unmasking Autism book, was a woman who had a daughter with all kinds of different like disabilities and struggles, but there was no word for it. And like she struggled to find a word that, or like wanted one word or something, basically that sums up her daughter and her life and her experience and how her brain works. And it's also interesting because in the book, Devon also says that neurodiversity also fits, like she put that, sorry, I'm so bad at explaining some things, I know it's taken ages. Sorry, I'll try to sort my thoughts in my head, it's really difficult right now. But yeah, I guess you kind of said, not I guess, but see, that's so annoying to me when I am telling a story and then my mind just goes blank because ADHD, and then I have to say words and pretend like I know what I'm going to say, but while I'm doing that, I have to think within milliseconds, yeah, it's all quite quick what I wanted to say, but now it's not even coming to my head. But basically, sorry, just looking if my dog is coming. But basically, she struggled to find a label that fits, and the label neurodiversity summed up her experience and also of different family members of hers and her daughter's experience very, very well, which means basically a neurotype, like people with the brain who, and a type of being and disabilities and just ways of being and how the brain works, that other people struggle to understand or struggle to make sense of. Because it's not as clear cut like for people as, let's say, depression. Most people I would say these days know what depression is. Like, I'm not saying that they necessarily have the right information about depression and don't put like put like project their misconceptions about depression on people with depression. But people know of it. But when you say I'm neurodivergent, I would argue that if I go out on the street and scream that, most people would be like, what is that? Like, no. But as we live in such a, I heard the sentence somewhere now, I'm just repeating it. I do that a lot of the time, by the way. And I also learned it's also like repeating certain phrases and saying them again and revising them and just saying them again can be part of autism also, because it's a way of like that. For example, I taught myself certain, I wouldn't say mannerisms, maybe also, but like certain ways of expressing what I want to say in a way that people understand it. Don't know if that makes sense. But basically, I can't swear in here, sorry guys. Is already really like there for a long time. I should wash it out now. But baby, basically, I don't know why I thought about that right now. Don't know. But basically, there were just letters missing in the word. Basically, my channel is here to spread awareness about this whole topic and just share parts of my life with you. And I've been on YouTube for some time. If you go to my channel and look at my videos. But I've always struggled to start things and get them done my whole life. Still the topic. But even with my hobbies and even with things I want to do. And my psychologist also said it's linked to my executive functioning. Like, that's because of my executive functioning. She actually said, I'm gonna get the candle back. It did have a nice ambient feeling. And basically, because that was hard. Sorry guys, now I got distracted. Yeah, and I decided for the format of starting to live stream regularly because I think that's the easiest way for me to get my thoughts and messages and words out there, but also in a way where I don't have to do editing, where there's not so many thousand mini steps, that I need to complete before there's a finished product, which is nice. And it's live, I can interact with you guys, and it's also, it's interactive, it's live, it's alive, basically. It's like a video that's alive, I like it. And it's also easier for me to do. And I always thought I don't know how I can do this because I don't know what to talk about, and I can get so awkward when I don't know what to talk about. But in reality, I can just do whatever I'm doing and share some thoughts with you and talk about my special interest and my favorite topics. And yeah, to see what happens in it. British English coming out. I'm still scared of this a little bit over there again. Just when I'm water. Submerging. Huh? Actually. Hello! Look, now my doggy is here. Guys, me to meet Rue. That's Rue. My little goldie baby. Hello, Rue. Yes, Rue, like from Euphoria. Hello, Rudy. She's so sniffing the laptop. The cutie juice. Yeah, that's basically how I talk to Rue all the time. I rarely ever speak to Rue in not like baby voice, like cute puppy with a cute voice, like rarely ever. I feel watched, guys. I feel watched, but I'm happy you're watching. I'm happy. Okay, let me just do this. I just realized that made not so much sense to do that actually. To like rinse out the shampoo here. I mean, yes, I guess I can shampoo my head again. But because I told you earlier, this calendula bath is like very oily and to moisturize the skin, and now I just made my hair oily again. I don't know. Guys, I'm nervous. I don't know how else to explain this to anyone or myself. But yeah, also, my hair has been growing really long. I'm very proud of it because growing up with a white mom and a white granny, granny was kind of my second mom, was not easy when you have curly hair. And so that's why I also like, I'm so happy that I grew up like in the generation of like where curly hair YouTubers was such a thing, and they still are, we still are, I even count myself in. But oh my god, I don't know why I just did it. Why is it so slimy? I have to be careful, guys, I don't want soap in my eyes. I think it's already dead, or so in my mouth. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay. Okay, should be fine. Either way, is that a thing that's said in English? I don't know. Either way, I speak German. That's my other language that I speak. But sometimes I feel like I can't speak anything. Like sometimes it's like I can't speak English or German. It's just like sometimes I just have to mix it because I don't know, bilingual things. If you know, you know. And that reminds me of the stupid TikTok thing. That was a while, like there was a trend thing over a year ago where it was like the girls that get it, and the girls that don't. I'm so annoying. Who else is on TikTok here and always has a different kind of TikTok audio that is trending in their head? Even if it's just really stupid things, or sometimes it's songs, but sometimes it's just like what I just said. Things that are just like some kind of TikTok meme things. Yeah. Either way, let's scrub this hair. I'm gonna show you the back of my hair. Maybe what's interesting, I don't know. Massaging that scalp. But yeah, guys, as I wanted to reiterate again, in the description you can read what exactly this live stream is about. And please know it's a series. It's gonna happen a lot more regularly because, to be honest, it helps me to body double, but it also helps me knowing that others are watching me. That others are watching me doing things that I struggle to do on a daily basis or weekly basis or lifetime basis. To still get the things done and do them anyways. Like, it really does help. And that's sometimes why I used to also film videos about me cooking and stuff, because I struggle a lot of the time to cook for myself. As in, not that I can't cook, I can cook really well, but to get the motivation to cook and to actually put effort and love and nourishment into a meal that I'm making for myself. And yeah, I used to film videos just so I do it, so I know I'm doing something that requires me to do it, and then it's easier to do it. Which is weird because my therapist always likes to put that in the context of, yeah, you struggle, like maybe is it that you struggle to do it for yourself, like to do that thing for yourself, then it's easier to do it for others. But it's like when others are there, I can do it and still do it for myself. It's not that I don't want to do it for myself, it's just that many steps that tasks require, and the organization and working memory and just like this executive functioning thing that drives me crazy, like literally drives me crazy, because it's something that I struggle with on a daily basis since as long as I can remember, to be honest. Not as long as I can remember, but because when I was a child I had a lot more help from parents, obviously, or from my mom, so to say. I have to wash these out now, guys. This is not healthy to keep shampooing your hair for so long, I think. Don't destroy my curls. Where's the shower head? Okay, I'm gonna push you a bit to the back, so the phone does not get wet. Alright. take care that I'm not burning myself. And you know, when there's like breaks where I don't speak, yes, I'm sure it's also interesting to see me washing my hair. But feel free to take a break from what you're doing. Or do something that you've been avoiding to do, or that seemed too overwhelming to do, while I'm doing this, so we do it together. You can also tell me in the comments what you're doing, or in the chat. Chat, it's a live stream, it's a chat. It's very professional. I'm also here trying not to be so weird. But then I'm also at home and I'm comfortable. And this, yeah, live streaming, I think I really like it. I think I really like it. Because I have so many thoughts sorry, you guys probably can't hear me. I have so many thoughts constantly anyways, and my head literally never shuts up. And that's like an ADHD thing, I think, that my head is always, there's always some kind of rhythm that my body is like making when I'm sitting somewhere, laying somewhere. Or there's a melody in my head, also a rhythm, or a song, or just talking, but not clear. And that's why I think therapy and also talking to friends and family is so important for me, because it really does help me process my thoughts. Because writing makes my thoughts clear, and talking as well, but when they're just in my head, there's not enough structure to them that it makes sense. As in when I'm thinking about a complex topic or issue or problem or challenge that I'm facing in my life. Just an example. Okay, let's do this. Bathtub is almost full. It's not good. It feels nice too. It's hard though, guys, not gonna lie. It's hard. Not to spill, especially when it's so cool. I don't like it. I don't like it. Letting water out of the bathtub. Also, I'm sure you know that thing. When you're in a bathtub, whether it's yours or if you're at someone's house, there's a bathtub, and you open the drain so the water just spits it. Oh, pasta, nice, from England. Hi. That's nice. I should make food too. I'm hungry again. But guys, I think I realized why I'm hungry a lot again after eating, like soon after eating, is because I have a struggle with eating protein. I don't know what protein to make. I don't like protein. Like, yeah, I just need to eat more protein. I think then that would be easy. But basically, do you know the thing where when you open the drain and then you just continue or think for 2 seconds, and then all of a sudden the bathtub is almost empty, although you're sitting in it. That happens so much to me, it's really annoying. But right now it's still too full for my liking. Oh wow, we've been on stream for a bit. Well, I like it here, I'm gonna stay. Hope you stay too. What the hell? Out. It's taking so long. Either way, let's continue washing out the shampoo. Oh, my hair's softer, isn't it nice? Mama, it's nice. Stop. Okay. Okay, I have to close it. Water's almost empty. think I have to look at my dog is behaving. I feel like she did something that she was supposed to do. Ooh, come here. Come here, mouse. Rudy, come here. She only reacts to high voices because then she knows it's something nice. But if she's lazy, she also ignores it. Hello, hello, Rosie. Let's look at Rue again. Rudy, come here. Du bist schon after you up. She's so cute, guys. Love you. She is my life, this dog, yeah? Because of her, like honestly, she's a big reason why I'm able to live alone. She's a big reason why it's easier for me to take care of myself sometimes. She is a big motivator for me to take care of my mental health so I can stay out of hospital. She really is. I feel like the music is barely here anymore. But yeah, guys, what is next in my hair care routine? Wait, I need to make sure that my scalp is really clean. Or if I need to use this fucking clarifying shampoo. I have to stop wearing it. It's clean. But I'm not sure, to be honest. I think I have to use a bit. I don't like using this, but I have to. But then I'm letting out some water. It's too much soap. Scalp, clean scalp. Okay. Wow, okay. So much energy. Oh yeah, YouTube is my new home. I don't care that much about posting on any other social media anymore. Like, not saying not at all, I still like TikTok. But I prefer posting on YouTube. It's the best. As now, I feel like at this time I'm just saying random words. Just say words, not even... Like, I sometimes do that and it doesn't even... soak in my eyes, soak in my eyes. That was not good. I need to wash this up. This is too dangerous. You want to see closer how nice my hair looks? I'll let you see. Oh, that's water. Yeah. Yeah, my hair. Since I don't dye my hair anymore, it's ow! It's so hurting. Help. Since I don't dye my hair anymore, it's so much easier to grow it. And I learned that from my favorite YouTuber. Yeah, because it hurts. There's no shampoo in my hair. Why am I not looking properly? Guys, you have to go away, otherwise this phone will not survive. Oh, something is in my eye. Oh no. Guys, I just told you about how then the bathtub is empty before you notice when you just try to take a little water out. Look what happened to me now, of course. No water. Nothing. I don't know how that happens. Look at this baby hair. Hallo Rudi, geht's dir gut? Geht's dir gut, Maus? Our baby is back. He was like, what are you doing here for such a long time and talking? She's like, I don't care anymore, bye. Okay, Roo. So, wait, I need to go outside. Okay. But to be honest, guys, yeah, my hair better be fresh as fresh can be now. I wanted to say a little trick, tell you a little secret trick. But I don't know what happened to me that I now. Oh my god, my speaker is wet. I knew something like that would happen. Sorry, speaker. Still works. Kind of. Either way, my little trick to getting something done that is too overwhelming to do. No, I didn't want to say a trick. I wanted to explain that a bit more because some people might be confused by what do you mean you find it so hard to brush your teeth, like it's just brushing your teeth. But I'm like, it's a bit more complex than that, let me tell you. And then basically to explain it, as people in general, but especially as people with disabilities, you, like every human has, I'm sure you've heard about spoon theory, if you're part in the disability advocate, learning about disability scene. Because spoon theory is a theory that says every person has a certain amount of spoons and forks for them to use every day, like as in spoons as in energy, you know. And basically, let's say every person has 20 spoons a day. A person who is able-bodied, who is not neurodivergent, who has no different invisible disabilities, health concerns, anything, no mental illness, like maybe for them to get up and brush their teeth and and brush their teeth maybe takes them, no, I need to add something to make it more realistic number-wise, and empty the washing machine takes maybe 1 spoon. But a person with disabilities, or even someone like, you know, in an acute depressive episode, to do the same thing, to just get up, brush their teeth and take out the washing, might take them 3 spoons already. Then someone who has maybe like is neurodivergent, like has autism and ADHD, and is not able-bodied, it might take them, what was the last number I said? It might take them 5 spoons to do that thing. And basically spoon theory basically says every person has a certain amount of energy a day, but some of us have different disabilities that make it harder to function and which cost us more energy. We're doing the same thing, the exact same thing, costs us way more energy. And just trying to see. Oh, my hair's, yeah, healthy. And basically, does, and I always say I have battery, I have my battery, and I have a certain amount of energy a day that I have. But my issue is if I don't recharge at the right points of time enough, then I'm in a minus very quickly. Like then I go into low energy, like into, you know, like let's say my battery has 20 strips or 10 strips, or it's just an iPhone battery where it's like one and it slowly goes like this, yeah. And basically, reading a few pages of a book might take me so much battery, but then taking care of my body and just doing basic normal human body things that we all are supposed to do every day, like cooking, eating, cleaning ourselves, taking care of the space we live in, you know. But even like such small things might already cost me so much battery, and then I have this much left. And then if I have to then write an annoying email, and if then someone tells me, hey, please don't send me that, and then if then my mom calls me and tells me about all the annoying appointments I have tomorrow and what I still need to hand in to this and this, like bureaucratic, blah blah blah, like place, you know, for certain funding or whatever, anything, healthcare, anything, that brings me in a big minus in my battery. Because my battery does not just go empty, it goes minus, and that's really dangerous. Because then if the minus accumulates over days, bad. But in general, just is like, for any person people who can't sleep, when you can't get enough sleep, when you're in a constant like survival stress, about money, about living, about anything, about getting the appropriate healthcare that you know you need, because otherwise you might die, it's like that's stressful for all of us. And like any consistent stress changes, like we all know this, we don't all know this, but many people know, it changes literally our brain chemistry, because then we humans find ways to cope with the stress. Yes, not only mental illness and mental health condition is part of my favorite topics, but also general psychology, human psychology. Because then when we get overwhelmed and we don't know how to regulate, as humans we like to take maladaptive, aka meaning non in the long term healthy coping mechanisms. For example, like drinking, taking drugs. Drinking is a drug, but you know what I mean. Drinking, taking certain drugs, taking certain drugs. Never mind, I'm not speaking about this anymore. Being a workaholic to avoid thinking about the problems in our family. Things like where people then develop eating disorders, but where like different kind of coping strategies that are not healthy coping mechanisms. Basically, they always then turn into something that at first seems to work so much better than doing mindfulness, than writing a grateful list every morning, than going for a 5-minute long walk or 10-minute long walk on your own after work to debrief, or whatever that word is called. Like, they seem to work so much quicker and more efficient, and the thing is, the sad thing is, often they do work quicker, they do work more efficiently, to fix it in the short term, to make us feel better quicker, to get us out of a certain thing, to help us not think about certain things. But the thing is, oh my god, now the water is almost full again, I did not intend for this, anyways. But the thing is, let me get this closer. But the thing is, sorry guys, I'm so sorry. It's like I got stuck, I didn't get stuck, it's just, yeah. But they are not healthy in the long term. They are not things we can maintain over years and not suffer from horrible consequences for ourselves, for our bodies, for our physical, mental health, for our surroundings. For example, with the topic of addiction, I'm going to talk though about, because of my personal experience, I'm going to talk about addiction in the sense of eating disorders. This music is so annoying, don't you think? Okay, it's quieter now. It's distracting me. Okay. Basically addiction. Because, let's say, with an eating disorder, my brain gets addicted to the highs and like to the numbing mechanisms and to the high mechanisms and like kind of endorphin or dopamine, pushes it gets from binging, from me binging and purging. Like that was a horrible addiction for a long part of my life, for a while, to be honest. And tough. Anyways, sorry, just got lost in thought. And basically, in the long run, it hurts me. It hurts the people around me. Why? Because of, for example, because of having to lie and be ashamed of that I'm struggling with an eating, that I was struggling with an eating disorder of that kind at the time. With how I lie to people to get them to worry less, or to not feel controlled by them, and to maintain my own control and autonomy, but also for me physically, for my teeth, you know, like all kinds of things. And it's like, I feel like I'm not gonna say everyone's purpose, like every human's purpose on this earth, but I feel like as humans we do have an obligation on this planet if we want to live a certain life and don't want to repeat certain patterns and get stuck in certain types of pain and patterns, and and stop the cycle of trauma that we then, and the genes we then pass on to the next generations, and next, like it goes. Like the genes don't travel just down one line, they travel down far, and it's like, wow, mad. So if we don't wanna forever be stuck in that, we as humans have an obligation to look into ourselves. I know it's a thing of resources. Capitalism is not helping anyone. It's not helping, besides the ones on top, but I'm also like, they can't be happy. But people always say that with money. But it's like, they live in different reality anyway, so that's not the topic now. But it's like, we have no, like, that's why I'm like, everyone should go into therapy or have some kind of type of therapy, because there's over 100 types of therapy. People forget that. And have access to it, have it accessible. Because then we can stop those patterns, then we can learn how to understand ourselves and catch ourselves before repeating certain things again. Then we can at least, even if it happens, even if you were impulsive and did this thing again, then look back on it and we're like, now I understand why I did this. Do I want to continue it? You know, like once we bring all the unconscious stuff that is stored in our bodies, the trauma, everything, that is just that our own brain produces, that society influences us to think and believe. Once we get that stuff from the unconscious into the conscious, life changes. Life gets different very quickly, and once certain things are conscious, you know how they say, once you know certain things, you can't unknow them. That's how it literally is for me with therapy, but also with. But of course, it's not always that clear cut, just talking about my experience. But what do I want to say? No. But yeah, therapy. But also, that's how it also is with. Is the room coming? It sounds like it. No, she just changed position. Went to a different part of the room. But yeah, basically, it's like. Sorry, now I got really distracted. Well, happens, right? I'm distracted but also irritated, but different topic. Anyways, and yeah, as humans, it's just like, if you don't want certain things to repeat in your life, you need to change things, not about yourself, but get to know yourself. I'm gonna say get to know yourself, because then you can make a conscious decision. Do you want to change or do you want to repeat it? And I just think it's so important as a human on this earth to not. Life is already hard. To not cause more harm to yourself and also not to others, if you know what I mean. To your surroundings, to yourself, to everyone involved, to the people who you influence who don't even know you. For example, if I'm if it's a room with a bunch of certain politicians in a room, it's like they decide about things that don't even affect them. And it's like many things in this world get decided for people, for masses of people, by people who are not even affected by that thing at all, or who don't care about it at all. And it's like, wow, if humans would examine their position in society more on an individual and as a group on a group basis, world would be way different. I'm telling you, if we all reflected more on our unconscious, on our history, on just what we want in life, what we care about, why we're here, what we want to do, what we like, what we don't like. Well, the world would be different. It would. Okay, I need to actually condition my hair now. Guys, I'm not stopping this before I'm not done. Detangling, oh my god, what a long task. Putting on a bit of music and just conditioning my hair. Good stuff to make that slippery slip. The person who ate pasta is not do you enjoy your pasta? Much easier. Oh guys, I talk to myself a lot, by the way. Now you know. It's nothing uncommon in Mangoranges' world. Yeah, wow, this is not working at all. Conditioner. Now I start by finger detangling before I go in with my tangle teaser brush. And you know guys, I find it interesting, just this life in general, because I know we all live such different lives and have such different perspectives on things, because everything about our lives, how we grow up, how we live, how we think, how we feel, can be different. And I just find it so, I don't know how to say it, not weird, but like nice that we have so many options. Sorry. Nose was hitting me. To share and to share with each other, help each other, especially like, you know, with tutorials. Like if I did not have YouTube when I was younger, I would not have hair as long as this, because I would not know how to take care of it, and I would have thought my hair cannot grow long, and I would have thought it's impossible to manage. But I had these things, and that's why my hair is this long today. Yes, I dyed it a bunch in the past and stuff, but which always led to breakage. Even the ends now, they're sad. They don't hold moisture properly. But yeah, this human experience is just, it's very interesting. in sad and in nice ways. Okay, that is better. This is annoying the life out of me. On here now, this is a good practice for me to stop swearing. Oh, it's nice to look at the sun. I'm gonna get you in a bit closer so you can see what I'm doing better. Now I can rain. This is not such a nice sound, I guess. For some people, maybe. We start at the ends. Go further up. Do we need a bit more light, maybe? Oh, that's the brightest. Oh, and look, we made this out of this, yeah. We cannot even go further than this. We made this. The magic of detangling. Now I like to twist it up. So, I don't like this song. I need some nicer lo-fi. No, it's too happy. I like the bit sad, chill, lo-fi. Oops. Okay, next part. Really hot. Drink water. It never took me this long to do my hair, guys. I never have been in the bath for 70 minutes trying to do my hair, like wash my hair. Because I'm talking a lot. I like this music, I have to change it. I cannot live like this. Impossible. No, I cannot let it go, guys. I need to get it to pizza. Yes, we are in. Nice. Please more conditioner. 5 foot long curly hair is just long. Ow. What? Okay, much better. Break. Brush flew to the outside of me. Just taste the conditioner. See, these are the dead ends. They need help. Urgent help. Got my hair so long I have to take care that it does not go into the bathtub. Look at this. Take some water. Nice. Oh. Very nice curls. Shrinkage is real. It's literally is a very rib cage. Ow. Oh. Great. We also trace this one. Other side. Away. Water. That is really not it. That's very hard to get through this. Look, I'm a shift. Let's get some better. In between. Sorry, actually. See, it's like a carpet. It's the carpet. And these are my looser curls. The back is also looser curls, but my kinkiest curls are up here. Not even here directly, but different hair textures on one head. Like everyone apparently. but for me it's always a fight. Oh my god, look at this. Look how easy this is already. I didn't even detangle it. Tighter hair texture. Ends, these dead ends, are the hardest part. Okay, I'm sick of it, just being slow. Nice twist. And last one. Oh my god, so tired already. Still need to edit the audios of my documentary film. Also, shout out to Stream Beats for the amazing lo-fi music. Guys, right now I'm fighting with myself, but I know I can't stop because tomorrow will be harder to do this if I don't detect it now. But I'm so tired, I just want to lay down and eat rice and sleep, to be honest. But we're not finished yet. This stream is still going on for quite a while. But I am here doing the stream doing the thing that might be too overwhelming for you to do with you, because we can push through the hard bits as well. We can do it. And nice. As well as the easy bits. And if you need a break, you take a break now. If not, this is the last little bit that we can do before we do a fun thing, you know, a fun break. Wow. From here. For reference, guys, look at how long it is. I'm so proud of myself for having such a good camera. So long. That's why I don't want to cut the dead ends. But if I cut them, I'm gonna do it on stream. Don't you worry. Either myself or in the salon. But you guys gonna be there for it. Don't worry, I won't let you miss an emotional moment like that. Look, and now my hair is tangled. Very cute looking, moisturized. Cute. Don't know why, but this side is healthier than this side. The ends. Maybe those ends are longer. Could it be? Still the longest. No, not really. Don't know why. Alright. Let's rinse. Wow, look at my mermaid. Lovely. And a little fun fact today. One thing I still gotta do is, so I have a rice addiction, right? But it's a good thing, guys. It's a good thing. Love my rice. Can't live without my basmati rice. So, but today I stopped having any rice, and I was like, oh my god, I don't know what to eat. I don't know what to eat. I don't know what to eat. And I texted my mom asking if she has rice. She said, yeah, I can bring you some later. Well, now it's 10 p.m. I'm hungry. And it's Sunday, and Sunday shops are closed here. But what I'm gonna do is go on a rice hunt now, because I can't not have rice. Love to you all. I see you, I feel you, I love you. Bye guys.